Welcome to this edition of Chelmsford High School's Lion's Pride. I'm Steve Murray, principal of Chelmsford High School. Each month we celebrate 2 seniors from each house. We recognize these students for their academic success as well as their countless activities and programs that these students participate in that make Chelmsford High School one of the best high schools in the state. This recognition and show would not be possible without the generosity and support of the Chelmsford Rotary Club. They have sponsored this program for over 30 years. So without further ado, let's meet our deans and our students of the month. Hello, I'm Steve Murray, principal of Chelmsford High School. We're here for our September Students of the Month. We're going to start with Hawthorne House, and I'll introduce the first guest and our co-host is Dean of Hawthorne House, Dean Blagg.
Hey, how you doing? So really excited to be here. Really proud of Elizabeth Silva. She's one of our Students of the Month for Hawthorne House. Elizabeth is a very accomplished student. She's taking 5 AP classes and has a wide range of interests and has taken many different courses throughout her career. She's a great student. On top of all that, she is an accomplished leader at our school. She has been the executive producer at CHS TV for a couple years. She's been the president of student council for a couple of years, and she's a co-president of the freshman mentor program. So she has lived leadership. She even organized a leadership conference last year that really was a tremendous success. So Elizabeth has been a transformative figure here at Chelmsford High School and has done tremendous things. We're really proud of her. She hopes to attend a 4-year school next year and major in leadership and business management. And we're so happy to have you here. Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for the honor of being Student of the Month for Hawthorne House. So
well deserved.
Happy to be here.
So as you look into the future, we're talking about the leadership roles and you led a leadership conference. What do you see yourself doing in college and how does that relate to it?
Well, so in college, I think what happened was in high school, I really learned in my passion for leadership and how much I want to help others and how I love learning about people. So that love that I learned about that kind of transferred into what I want to do in college and in my career. And I think what I want to try to accomplish in my life is to, help lead a business and create a vision for a business and help people execute that vision and that culture in an environment. I am interested in industrial labor relations, which is the study of how people, workers, in the industry, so like businesses and organizations work together. So helping with conflict resolutions, that kind of thing. Not too sure if I want to go into law or human resources or something like that. That's too far, but that's kind of what I'm looking for right now.
That's outstanding. And speaking about leadership, you've had a number of different positions here where you've led large organizations here at the high school. What would you say is your leadership style?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I think for me, I'm a much more like collaborative leader, and I think a lot about my team members. I try to give the sense, because we are all equal, and I like to have everyone be able to know that I'm there to support them. That's my role as a leader, is to support and to guide my people. I'm not a manager. I'm not telling them what to do, even though some people call me boss. It's like helping them get to succeed. And as a leader, I feel so proud of when my team members feel proud of what they did. If they don't feel proud of what they did, I'm like, okay, what can I do to help them get there? And so that's kind of my philosophy. I think anyone can be a leader. Everyone is a rising leader. I am a rising leader. We're learning leaders. We're learning how to lead. And I think it's a continuous process. You can always get better. And some people say, are you born a leader? Are you not? And I think it's really about the personality that you have as a person. And I just try to be the best person I can be. I try to be accepting and welcoming. And collaborative is my big one for me, I think.
Great, thank you.
That's impressive. You've offered so much here to Chelmsford High School. We're gonna miss you, and I know wherever you go to next year, you're gonna be they're gonna benefit so much when you have to offer. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. I want to say congratulations on behalf of the Rotary Club. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Elizabeth. Well done. I'm really excited to introduce our other Hawthorne Student of the Month, Larry Yang. Larry is another tremendously accomplished student, an intellectual who has been recognized with the Yale Book Award. He's an AP Scholar with distinction. He takes multiple AP classes. He's been very active in our extracurricular activities, including the science team and robotics, but also some service clubs like Lime, for instance, is just one of the things he's been involved in. He's also outside of school, very involved in our community service. So there's not many aspects of Chelmsford High School life that Larry hasn't really made his impact on. He's on top of all that, he's a great kid. Has a lot of well-liked by his peers, and he's destined for some great things. He's looking to attend some great four-year universities next year, and with the ultimate goal of becoming a surgeon, either neuro or orthopedic, I believe. But congratulations, Larry.
Congratulations.
It's an honor.
Thank you for coming. So, what is your internal drive? You get involved in so much as Dean Blagg went through in the community service, after school, and your current studies. Where do you get that drive from?
I think just being a student here at CHS over my 4 years, it's really pushed me to be the best that I can every single day, whether it's getting myself involved in all the extracurriculars or putting forth my best effort in every class, on every assessment, every test. I just want to be the best that I can, and along with my peers, which I want to also help and boost them in their own performance. I think that just really has helped me develop my own personality, my own drive, my own passion for what I really find interest in, especially in the STEM fields, where I've gained a lot of interest in that over my time in CHS.
What sparked your interest in the STEM fields, Larry?
Well, my parents and my brother, they're all chemists, so naturally I would be pretty interested in that, but I really find a great desire to learn more about the human body, all the systems, how they work together, and from there I want to be a surgeon, neuro or orthopedic, to maybe dive deeper into those fields and find a job in those fields.
That's outstanding.
What is one memory you've had at the high school that's a lasting memory that you'll take with you anywhere?
I think the greatest memory is actually competing in science team. So I actually joined science team last year, and as soon as we got on the first competition, I fell in love. Just the rigor, then the competitive environment, it's just amazing. And my first competition, Massachusetts State Science Olympiad, there I think I performed very well. Me and my partner, we placed 6th overall in the state. And I think that really has pushed me to learn more about chemistry, become more competitive, and try to be the best that I can.
We've had a lot of great teachers here and advisors, people who have made an impact on your life. If you could you speak to who's made a big impact on you here at the high school and what you've taken away from that experience?
Of course. My chemistry teacher, Mrs. Collins, I took chemistry honors and AP chemistry with her. She has really influenced me greatly. She is definitely a difficult teacher, but her course, the rigor, it's all very challenging and has pushed me to improve my work ethic, put as much effort as I can all the time. And in addition, it has basically improved my interest in the chemistry field, and it really has helped me develop as a human being, develop what I like, what my passion is, what my drives are.
What advice would you give current freshmen who just entered the high school here?
I think biggest one, obviously time management, but also figure out where you want to put your efforts, what really motivates you, what inspires you, where you really want to focus your whole effort into. For me personally, that was STEM, academics, or robotics, along those lines, but those are definitely important. You should definitely figure out what you really like doing.
Right. Well, Larry, that's all the time we have. I want to say congratulations on behalf of the Rotary Club, and you've done so much, and we're so proud of you. Congratulations.
Great job, Larry. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're here to our other house, Whittier House, and we're here with our co-host, Dean John MacIsaac from Whittier House, to introduce the Whittier House Students of the Month.
Thank you, Mr. Murray. Our first student of the month is Sachi Badola. Sachi is enrolled in numerous AP classes at Chelmsford High School. She is an AP Scholar with distinction, a member of the National Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, National English Honor Society, and many more. Sachi serves as the co-president of the CHS Mentor Board, the co-president of the Crescendos. She is a member of the Theater Guild as the music liaison, and really is all over the building. She founded the TED Ed Club here at the high school with Dr. Bayranavan, which we'll have to learn more about later. But really is super involved in so many things, and we're so happy to have her. Welcome, Sachi.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited and honored to be the one of the Whittier House Students of the Month.
Great. So how did you get involved with the TED Talks, and And where'd that go from there?
So my freshman year, thanks to the support of my club advisor, Dr. Bay Renavand, I really wanted to make a club where students could feel comfortable sharing their ideas. Students have such great ideas, and I feel like sometimes we feel nervous or scared to share them. And this environment is a very supportive environment for students to just come and talk about anything that they're interested in, as well as working on their public speaking skills. I can't tell you how many people hate presenting in class, and I think it's just a great way to practice in a safe place with, of course, Dr. B's comedy.
Daily. A question about the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So you also have a YouTube channel, Monday Mindset? Mindset
Yes.
Monday, what is it?
Yeah, Mindset Monday.
Okay, and
Yes.
is that tied in at all to like the TED Ed Talks or kind of totally separate? And like,
Yes.
what's your theory and thought behind your YouTube channel?
Yeah, so my freshman year, I gave a TED Talk, CHS TED Talk about growth mindset, which is something I really value and it's really important to me, and it's throughout my career here at CHS. And I decided to work with a family friend who is also a psychiatrist on making this podcast, exploring different ways you can incorporate a growth mindset into different parts of your life. So we have interviewed Dr. B on math education and how to have a growth mindset in different areas of math. Also, we've interviewed Dr. Susan Duffy, who looks at women in leadership from Babson College. We've looked at numerous other guests about different ways to change your mindset on the way you think about life.
Looking back at your 4 years at Chelmsford High School, is there any teacher or any certain moment or event that really sticks out in your mind?
Yeah, I think one of the best moments for me was it was our competition. So Miss Rader has been my music director for our Crescendo's Treble a cappella group, and through working with her, I've realized how important it is to not only, perform well on stage, but how purposeful you need to be and how to cultivate a good group culture. And as co-president of the Crescendos, I've really seen how we've grown from, maybe not doing the best in some of our performances to improving and actually placing in competitions in the past few years. We've really grown as a group, and I think that comes from all the purposeful work we've done during rehearsals.
The group's amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the time we have today. On behalf of the Rotary Club and here at Chelmsford High School, we want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
You worked so hard.
Thank you so much.
Our next student of the month is Kate Mason. Kate is also enrolled in numerous AP classes. She's in high honors all 3 years. She is the member of the marching band. I believe it's the drum major. Is that the title, Kate? Thank you. She's been a drum major for 2 years, which is the lead position in the band. She's also involved in many clubs and activities at the high school, Lyme, etc. Kate's a wonderful asset to our school community, and we're looking forward to hearing more about her. Welcome, Kate.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Welcome. For the viewers out there, can you describe Lyme and what are you doing with Lyme?
Absolutely. So Lyme stands for Leadership in Motion Everywhere. So it's a leadership-based club where we emphasize on how it's not just the board that are the leaders, it's not just the advisors that are the leaders, but everyone in the group is the leaders. So we have meetings every week where we plan lots of events, they're very community-based events, lots of fundraisers. This October, we're doing a drive-through trick-or-treat where we're fundraising for the Paul Center. So we have anyone who's a member of the club go into committees, and that's how people can get genuine leadership experience and learn how working together can transform the group into something that plans amazing events that turn out really well every time.
That's great. You listed Mrs. Sexauer as someone who's had like an impact on your life at CHS the last 4 years. Obviously, the relationship with the band and having classes, etc. Kind of tell us about your experience through the band and with Mr. Sexauer and kind of how that's turned you into the person you are today.
Absolutely. It's no secret. I think that Chelmsford High School music program is fantastic. At a very young age, I started to learn about music and where I might want to go with instruments. And I met Mr. Sexauer as a 6th grader, I believe. And he came in and he gave workshops with us. And I'm a clarinetist and he's plays a similar instrument. So he has been here through my whole high school career and has kind of transformed how I think about music. And one thing that he says really often is that practice makes progress, not perfection. And that's something that I take into the rest of my life. There's no perfect way to be a person. There's no perfect way to be a leader. But if we practice, we can always get better.
What are you looking forward to doing, or what do you plan on doing after high school?
After high school, I would definitely like to attend a 4-year college. I'm hoping to travel down to Washington, D.C., but we will see. I would love to study somewhere in the English, journalism, history realm, definitely liberal arts. And I'd love to kind of marry my interests of history and, the future and like bring them together. I'd love to study maybe public history, which is relating history to the general public in a way that can be understood.
Kate, what sparked interest in like history or journalism? Was it something like a class or your outside of school experience or just like your passion?
Well, yeah, I've never been a math student by any means. So I knew I was always headed in the liberal arts direction. And I think that all of the classes at CHS have been very influential, especially the history ones. I mean, a lot of people think history is boring, but I always found it to be one of the most interesting subjects. And I knew that since I saw the interest in it, maybe that if I studied it, if I went into it as a profession, I can show other people how it can be interesting and how it has genuine effect on us and our future.
That's great. Real quick, Mr. Murray, pep rally's coming up soon.
Oh,
It is.
What kind of pressure does that apply to you as the drum major of the marching band?
It's not so bad. We're usually stuffed in the corner.
No.
But now that we're outside,
good.
maybe it'll be a different story. But I think being drum major has been one of the best things I've done at Chelmsford High School. So that nothing beats the feeling of getting up in front of the whole band and hearing people play. It's amazing.
It is quite a band. It's almost like a college, the size of it. It's massive.
It's
great.
fantastic.
Well, that's all the time we have. I want, on behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary Club and administration here at Chelmsford High School, we say congratulations. You've
Thank
worked
you so
hard.
much.
We're really proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Kate.
And now we're at Emerson House. We're here to learn more about our Emerson House Students of the Month. I'll turn it over to our co-host, Dean Erin MacNeil from Emerson House.
I'm so excited to introduce you to Ellen Angwin. She is a senior here. She's taking multiple AP courses. She is a varsity basketball and soccer star, and her passions lie with cooking and music, and she gives back to the community as much as possible. She's just a wonderful student. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome. So you have a lot on your plate. And I know recently we've known each other because of your work as a class officer. So can you give what is your role as a class officer, and what are you working on now?
So I'm class treasurer. What we're working on now is we're helping plan pep rally along with student council and also our Halloween dance. A big thing this year is with COVID, we have to do lots of stuff outside. So we have to kind of scrap the traditional things and figure out new processes as we're going along.
That's great.
Ellen, what are you most excited for in this year, this rest of the senior year?
In this year, I think just getting to know new people or people I sort of know better. One of the things I love about being class officer is all the people I get to meet. So through classes, maybe trying new activities, just getting to meet more people and make more connections.
What do you see yourself doing next year? Do you know where you might be looking at or going? And what do you want to study, do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking to attend a four-year university. My top schools right now are Carnegie Mellon, Virginia Tech, and Johns Hopkins. And I think I'm going to study engineering, and I'm potentially looking at going to law school after that.
All right, great. If you could see one moment in your career here in high school, has anything defined you or pushed you forward, or something like your favorite memory?
I think sports, the athletic community has definitely, it's helped define my leadership, and it's made me a lot more confident and given me a big community to support what I do at CHS.
I know you're involved in so much here at Chelmsford High School, athletically and outside of athletics. What do you see yourself doing, if anything, when you get to college? Would you be doing any of those kind of sports, either club or after school, or?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at playing basketball in college, either for the school or just club, to continue that on. But I'd also like to expand what I'm doing in college. Definitely try more outdoors things. I love the outdoors, maybe rock climbing. So there are just a wide range of clubs you can do in college. So I'm looking to expand what I'm doing now.
When you're not playing basketball and doing your sports and you're not working hard in the treasure, what does Ellen do to kind of bring down to kind of your time? What keeps you happy?
Yeah, well, I love hanging out with my friends. I love reading. A good book is very relaxing. I also love just baking, cooking. Those are some things I do just to relax.
That's great. Well, that's all the time we have. But I want to say, on behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary Club, on behalf of the administration here at Chelmsford High School, I want to say congratulations. You worked hard. You've earned it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll go to our second student of the month from Emerson.
I'd like to introduce our other student, senior, Vishant Rajkumar. He is a student here who is taking, oh my gosh, 6 current AP classes. He has been a class rep. He is part of the DECA program and part of the robotics team. And his passion lies with computer programming and softwaring. So we're very pleased to have him.
Congratulations, welcome.
Thank you.
So the robotics is phenomenal. That's stuff I wish I had when I was in school. I did not. In fact, we didn't have any electronics. So my question for you is, what are you doing in robotics, and what's the next culminating event?
For robotics, I'd say one of the things I love to do the most is programming, because I've always loved computers. So in robotics, my role is to kind of help the newer kids learn how to code with the robots, and yes, I help the newer kids. I help them code with the robots, and yeah, so that's a difficult process because there's a lot of technical issues. The software's outdated, but
Sure.
yeah, it's a very fun process, and we're hoping to get ready for some competitions this year.
Fantastic.
Do you have a specific teacher or staff member you've worked with that has been an inspiration to you throughout this journey?
I would say Mr. Vitale. I had him for US1 in sophomore year. For me, he's just a really funny guy, and like that inspires me to kind of live my life that way. Because I mean, what's the fun if you're just all serious all the time? You got to have some humor. You got to lighten up the mood.
So speaking of lightening up the mood, you take 6 AP classes. So what do you do in your downtime? What makes you happy, and what keeps you ticking?
Downtime. What is that? Downtime. I just like to relax. I play video games a lot. I think it's just a nice way to calm down. Maybe watch a movie or two. Just anything that gets my mind off of work and helps me relax.
That's great. What do you see yourself when you go to college next year? You said you wanted to major as in computer programming. Where do you see that going? Because that's something that's so beyond me.
I have no clue, honestly. I'm kind of figuring out as I go. I know I'm interested in that field, obviously, but yeah, I'm just kind of seeing where this takes me.
I think, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have plans for next year yet? Have you decided on what schools you're applying to, or?
Some of my top choices were probably like Carnegie Mellon. That's a really good school for computer science. And well, I'm going to be applying to a lot of like other schools. Not sure if I'll get in, but we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, not many plans actually. Just want to go like outside of the state. That's all.
DECA is a great activity, great organization. I know COVID kind of brought things back in. We couldn't do as much. Do you know of any plans you have for DECA, and what do you do for DECA?
Right, so for DECA, my event is called Personal Financial Literacy. It's because I took a class with Mr. Shoup in my freshman year. So for that, there's 2 parts of a DECA competition. So the first is the written test that you have to take. That's just like getting to know all the basic rules, like different types of insurance, all that sort of stuff. And then there's a role play. That's the fun but kind of hard part. You gotta basically pretend to be like a financial advisor, and you gotta help your client out. That's the part I've struggled with the most, but it's also the most fun part to me. And I've made it to states the last 2 years. I'm really hoping I can make it to nationals, but this year we'll have to see what happens.
Well, that's great. Well, that's all the time we have. On behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary Club and half of the administration here at Chelmsford High School, I want to say congratulations. You earned it. We're really proud of you.
Great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This concludes our latest edition of Lions Pride. I want to thank our deans for their thoughtful words and beautiful summaries of each recipient. I would also like to thank the Chelmsford Rotary Club for their unending support of this great program. Lastly, congratulations to all of this month's Students of the Month. On behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary and the deans, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time.